Have you ever wondered why so many hardworking, intelligent people spend years spinning their wheels, putting in the time and effort, but never really get where they want? Think about it. We live in the age of productivity hacks, morning routines, and self-help bestsellers. Everyone's chasing the formula for success, but if all those popular tips worked, wouldn't we all have the life we dream of by now? Let's be honest with ourselves. There's a step almost everyone misses. It's not about pushing harder, waking up earlier, or grinding longer. It's about something far less glamorous, but 10 times more powerful. If you don't catch this, you'll wake up years from now, asking yourself why you still feel stuck, unfulfilled, running in circles. I know. I've been there. Like most people, we're told to hustle, to just do it, to embrace the grind. But what if I told you that the real secret isn't to do more, but to pause and actually look in the mirror? Not metaphorically, really? When was the last time you stopped everything, and honestly, ruthlessly, asked yourself, is this working? In the movies, the hero always powers through adversity and wins by sheer force of will, but in real life, the winners are the ones who pause, self-reflect, and reroute. Productivity culture is obsessed with adding new habits, more tools, bigger goals. But here's the paradox. More isn't always better. Adding more layers to something that's fundamentally flawed just amplifies the problem. It's like upgrading your phone's case when the software's infected with a virus. You can't fix dysfunction by doing more of what doesn't work, so why do we keep repeating the same patterns? Why are we addicted to the grind, but allergic to stopping and analyzing our direction? Simple. It's uncomfortable. No one wants to admit their strategy is failing, or that it never worked to begin with. There's a brutal truth that almost no one tells you, but I will. Relentless effort, when poured into the wrong system, is wasted potential. You can be the hardest worker in the room, but if you're on the wrong track, you're just getting lost faster. Do you know what the real high performers do differently? They obsess over feedback. Not just from others, but from themselves. They treat life like an experiment, not a one-way all-or-nothing bet. They ask, what's actually moving the needle for me? What if I stopped doing what's familiar and started doing what's effective? Let's get practical. Think of your life as a startup. You wouldn't pour all your resources into a losing idea just because you've invested time, right? You would pivot. You would take data, study the results, listen to customer feedback, and change your approach. Yet when it's about our own growth, we get stubborn. We'd rather be consistent than be effective. But consistency without progress is just stubbornness in disguise. This is where almost everyone goes wrong. They build but they never review. They plan but they never pause. They sprint but they never ask, am I even on the right track? But what if you traded hustle for honest self-assessment, even if it stings? Here's a reality check. Growth is not linear. You're not a machine. You're human. You'll mess up your habits. You'll fail some days. You'll hit walls. What separates the winners from everyone else is what they do when that happens. They don't double down on what's not working. They zoom out, take a breath, analyze, and pivot. It's not glamorous. It won't look good on Instagram. But that's the step that changes everything. Instead of asking, how can I do more today? Ask, how can I do better? Start small. End every week with just 10 minutes of reflection. Ask yourself, what am I proud of? What drained my energy? What am I pretending not to notice? Write it down. No filters, no sugarcoating. If something didn't work, kill it. If something lit you up, double down. Don't wait for New Year's, the first of the month, or some magical Monday. Real change happens in the micro decisions. In the silent moments you're honest with yourself. Successful people don't fear changing course. They know that stubbornness is the enemy of progress. They know that admitting you're wrong isn't weakness. It's intelligence. Sports teams review their game footage obsessively. Top entrepreneurs constantly study data, tweak their approach, experiment. Why don't we do the same with our own lives? Maybe we're afraid of seeing the gaps. But the gap is where growth lives. If you're watching this, maybe you feel like you've done everything right and you're still not getting the results you want. It's not because there's something wrong with you. It's because you're missing the game-changing habit of self-review. One simple, uncomfortable question, regularly, honestly, with zero ego. Is this working? Not do I like it, not am I used to it. Is it genuinely moving me forward? If not, pivot. That's what successful people do over and over. silently behind the scenes. You hurt your pride for a moment, but save your time and sanity forever. Imagine for a second if you built the habit of reviewing and adjusting your life every single week, just 10 minutes. No excuses, no distractions. You could cut dead weight from your routines. You could stop clinging to what's familiar and choose what actually helps you grow. Your life would compound, fast, small pivots, big wins. The satisfaction isn't just in ticking off another box on your habit tracker, it's in making every action count for something. If you want to break out of mediocrity, stop looking for a magic morning routine or a secret productivity app. Start by asking the questions you've been avoiding. When you feel resistance, that's your sign. Lean in, not away. Audit your habits. Track your progress. Don't just work hard, work right. The step that 99% of people ignore isn't another motivational quote to share online. It's the willingness to stop and face your real results, to pull out the weeds before they take over your garden. Change isn't sexy. It's slow. It usually looks like a quiet Sunday night with a notebook and some hard questions. But that's where breakthroughs are born. So pause. Look in the mirror. Be ruthlessly honest about where your path is leading you. Don't be afraid to let go of what's not working. Every week is a new chance to pivot, adjust, and grow. If this hit home for you, subscribe for more real talk. Share your honest reflection in the comments, and send this to someone who needs to hear it. Remember, true winners aren't the ones running the hardest. They're the ones brave enough to review, redirect, and repeat until they win. Your next level starts with your next honest review. Don't ignore this step. It's the difference between a life of what if and a life of I did it. See you next time. Keep moving forward. Wiser, better, bolder.